Let's learn how to hit a fade. Hold up, I know what you're thinking. Darren, my ball already fades without trying. Yes, but most golfers' fade is a high, weak fade that starts right and goes right. I'm going to teach you how to hit a fade that is flighted better, starts on line, goes farther, and you can control. First things first, let's talk about what the club needs to do to create this fade, also known as ball flight loss. Your weak fade that most golfers hit right now has the face pointed right of target and the path traveling left of target. This difference between the face and the path is what makes the ball curve. Our goal is to get the club face at, if not slightly left of the target at impact, with a slightly farther left path. The path needs to be left of the face for the ball to fade, but the goal is to have this difference small so you can hit a tight, controlled fade. Our first step to hitting this controlled fade is to fix the face angle, and to start, you need the proper grip. Most players who hit a weak fade have a very weak grip. Trail hand over the top of the lead hand, and from a down the line view you can see the trail forearm over the lead forearm. The proper grip requires you to rotate around the grip so your lead hand is slightly higher than your trail hand. You'll be able to see two knuckles on your lead hand, and the crease from your trail hand will point towards your trail shoulder. From a down the line view you'll be able to see a little bit of your lead forearm over the top of your trail forearm. Now you're in the correct position to start the swing. The next step is the backswing. A common mistake golfers make is starting the backswing with just their hands and arms. This gets the club very inside and opens the club face. Perfect if you want to hit a high, weak fade. For a proper backswing, focus on the chest moving the club back. The V your arms make should stay consistent and in front of your chest until the club gets parallel to the ground. You might still struggle with getting the club moving inside, so your goal will be to feel the club head going outside of your hands as your hands stay close to your body. A good drill to ensure you're starting the backswing properly is to grab a second ball and place it behind your club at address. If the ball rolls inside, you pull the club inside. If the ball rolls straight back, then you rotate it properly using your chest instead of your hands. To finish the backswing, continue rotating with your chest. Let your hips rotate open to allow for a larger chest and shoulder turn. As your trail arm bends, your wrist will naturally hinge. The most important part is to stop the backswing when your shoulders reach their full turn, even if you don't get the club to parallel. Taking the club farther back with just your arms will only encourage you to get super steep and swing over the top in transition. Now let's talk about the transition. I want you to focus on your shoulders. Golfers who hit a weak fade get the shoulders fairly level at the top due to the club moving inside at the start, and then their shoulders get very steep as they pull the club over the top. To fix this, I want you to place the club across your chest. Rotate back, getting the club pointed at the ball, and then rotate through, trying to get the other end of the club pointing at the ball. When you transfer this feeling to the swing, your shoulders will stay on the same plane, allowing you to swing the club down and through your hands. This is another good checkpoint to ensure you're making the proper move. From a down the line view, the club head should be over your hands when the club is parallel to the ground. If you get steep or swing over the top, the club head will be outside your hands in this position. Next, let's talk about what needs to happen just before and through impact. We know the club path needs to be traveling left of the target, and to allow for that to happen, you need to rotate that lead hip out of the way. If you don't, it doesn't allow space for your hands and club to clear left. Think about pushing your lead butt cheek through a wall to help you get those hips rotated open. Not only will this help you create space for your hands, but it will help you generate more power. Finally, let's talk alignment. You're fading the ball into the pin, so you want to line the club face slightly left of the target. To encourage this fade, you want to line your feet slightly open to that club face. This makes it easier to swing left down your feet line to create that fade. Now you can put it all together and start hitting those controlled fades just like the pros.